Hi guys, this is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Welcome back to my channel. I am sharing Spiegelmom Scraps design team layout. This is an 8.5 by 11 layout with a large shaker pocket. I'm using the sequence mix Snow Pretty, and the snowflakes I just showed, I cut those with metal dies and I splattered them with white acrylic paint. The same thing I'm doing here to the background paper. Unfortunately, I lost some footage. I didn't share what I was actually working with today. Everything I'm using on this layout pretty much is Vicki Boutin product, either from Discover and Create, her latest collection, or older collections. The snowflakes are from Christmas collections, and this is actually the first snow layout I've done of the year. Last week, I ended up with 2 extra days for spring break, since we ended up with over a foot of snow, which is all gone now. Lucky us, it's all gone. But anyways, I'm using Shimmer's paint here in gold, 49, what is it called? 49 minor 49er. Yeah. Is the gold mix that I'm using. Sorry, my little dog here is shaking himself. And I'm going to map my photos on a couple of 6x8 papers from a scrap pad, which is Vicki Boutin also. And I roughed up the edges around the photo on the white mat and also on the paper. And these are the 2 photos I'm going to use. They're almost the same. I just decided to go ahead and use both of them and place them on the layout. And they're just photos of me holding my son while he's sleeping. We were actually at work, or I was at work. I was allowed to take him to work with me. So this was kind of our daily ritual, and we used to hang out in the morning time and I would hold him. Sorry, was interrupted there for a minute. Anyways, I was allowed to take him to work with me. So that was one of, the best little perks, was that I got to have him at work with me. So on snowy mornings, we would sit in the bus and we were waiting in between routes, and I would just hold him while he was sleeping. And he was so sweet. He used to sleep almost through my entire morning route. So anyways, here I am taking the snowflakes off and pairing them together and stacking them up. Some of them will stay like this, some of them won't. In the end, I only end up using 3 snowflake clusters, and they have about 4 snowflakes in each of the clusters. And I tried to put a different color in each one, and a different larger one, medium, and small. And then the largest one is actually vellum or acetate. And again, those are from Vicki Boutin, from her Christmas collections. And at the very top of the shaker pocket, I almost forget that I need a piece of the foam tape to block in at the top, but you'll see that in a minute. Here I'm getting ready to add the sequins in, and then forget that I like to glue down some in the background, and that's just so when you shake it, some of them stay at the top and in the middle when it's in the album. So in the album, everything falls to the bottom, obviously, because it's standing up. So if you don't shake it, it's just going to look like white space with a whole bunch of sequins at the top of my photos. So I glue a few down here and there at the top. Therefore, when, it's sitting in the album, there's still sequins spread around in that space. Hopefully that made sense. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just gluing those down, and they're just in random order. And I'm trying to use a little bit of each of the colors. So there's about 4 different colors in this mix. So I'm just using, different ones all around, and it doesn't matter which ones go where. I did try to take out a lot of the larger purple ones, just because the background's already purple, and the larger ones show a lot bit more. So I wanted to take out some of the purple ones and use a lot more of the tinier turquoise and clear in like a almost like a limey green color is what it comes off as. It's a holographic yellow. And therefore, that was how I came up with my color palette for this layout also, is I used all of Vicki Boutin's papers, and I just chose colors that match the sequence. So this layout was 100% made off of the sequence mix. And I absolutely love the sequence mix and the colors of it. So and you saw, I drew with the pencil around, so that's how I know where to put the sequence at. So I'm placing all my sequence down, and then I'll bring in the background and start adding ATG tape, and then also remove all the, I used a thinner foam tape around the edges, and I'll take off that tape too and then place it down. And you'll see where I realized that I forgot at the top that I needed to put a piece of foam tape at the top. Otherwise, I would have left it completely open and threw sequins all over when I finished my layout, not realizing that I forgot that piece at the top. Luckily, I remember it before I put it down. So, and I do have a sticker that's going to go at the top that says, "Any day spent with you is my favorite day." And then my title is just "Sweet Little One." And I add a couple little snowflakes and hearts down at the bottom with the title also. So first, jumping ahead a little. So I wanted to keep in a full shaker pocket so you could see how it's put together. And I did add acetate first and then add the foam down on top. So there's, you tear the paper, make the paper look how you want it to look, and then add your acetate piece, and then add all your foam around that to leave your window open for your sequence. So here I am playing with the snowflakes. I'm going to place my photo back on so I can see where it's going to go. And I also used a sketch. This is the day 24 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And I'll pop the sketch in right here so you guys can see the sketch. And it pretty much looks just like the sketch. The only difference is in the center, I did a large shaker pocket. And in the sketch, you know, it doesn't call for a shaker. It just calls for pattern paper or something in the middle. And so here I am playing with the snowflakes, and I'm going to layer them up. And like I said, there's about 4 in each little larger cluster. And then there's 3 at the bottom with my title and the 2 hearts. And then where the label says "Sweet" is a chipboard piece, and "Little One." And at the top corner of the bottom left-hand photo, I add "Daily Ritual," which, like I said, this was something we did on a daily basis when we went to work. And I'm just laying out my title, and then I believe that's going to be it. Pretty much, I'm done with the layout. I really like using the larger shaker pockets. It gives something different, you know, to your layout. Of course, you know, it does add kind of a bulky layout because this is a double layer, because you have to add the play foam underneath in order to make it so it'll actually shake. But in the end, I like the end result a lot, so I'll probably continue to do it. And again, you guys, if you order any kind of sequence from Spiegelmom Scraps, make sure to add my name, Jennifer15, to the code box, and you will get 15% off of your order. And I am done. I will add my snowflakes in the last one over the photo, just gluing them down. And that's the end. I have a few close-ups at the end, and hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Bye!